What is up, people? Skywalker Hendrix here with another video for you guys today. I am, of course, looking at Star Wars The Black Series, The Bad Batch, Hunter. Of course, The Bad Batch is out. We just all saw the 6th episode, which I'm going to get into a little bit because obviously I'm late to reviewing this figure because for some reason, I was holding out on the Bad Batch, and I feel bad about it now. I mean, I got Wrecker and Tech pre-ordered, of course, along with, the Shock Trooper in the line, and, I'm all in now. I do not have Crosshair yet, but I might hold on Crosshair and just get his Imperial version that we know is coming soon. So I think I'm holding on Crosshair till we get that Imperial look because I love that look and it's going to look amazing next to the Elite Squad Trooper. So, which I have a couple of those because those are one of my favorite figures of all time. A little hot take there, but he's just going to look so good. And I fell in love with Hunter. We've only seen 6 episodes so far, but I'm a sucker for the dad, finding a child, but not on purpose. You find a child and it's you feel like a responsibility to take after this child or take care of this child because you found them and they were in a bad place, or kind of like The Mandalorian. And I know a lot of people are comparing this show to The Mandalorian, but I love it. I really do love the father aspect of it. So I fell in love with Hunter, of course. I was skeptical. I was really skeptical after season 7 of the Clone Wars. I was like, I don't know. I know I'm going to like the show, but I'm not going to like the characters. And I absolutely love the characters. My most anticipated probably release right now is, of course, the Archive 501st that's coming. But besides that, I'm really looking forward to Wrecker. I'm super excited to find out what happens with him. Of course, spoilers. I'm going to talk a little bit of spoilers for The Bad Batch if you have not seen episode 6, Decommissioned. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about that episode and just the show so far, because I just want to talk about it as I'm reviewing the figure because I'm kind of invested right now. I'm liking. I know a lot of people are saying it's not that it's filler or whatever, but I'm gonna talk about why I think it's amazing. So, of course, we're looking at Hunter as well, and I fell in love with this character. So I'm gonna be reviewing him today. Of course, this is the new Galaxy box art, and we got the artwork for Hunter on there. We got Star Wars The Bad Batch, Hunter down there, warning. Nice artwork on these. Number 1 in The Bad Batch. Hunter, we got a bio right there. You can pause it if you want to read it. Then we got that same artwork, legal stuff down there. On this side, we just got a continuation of the color of the box and the Black Series down there. Little window on the side there. And I've heard good and bad things about this figure, but I'm excited to look at it for myself and give you guys my opinion. So let's get him open. Alright, and here are his accessories. Of course, he comes with his I'd say altered clone commando helmet. In a way, it's like a phase 2 clone commando helmet, blended between those, I'd say, but looking very nice. People have said it's a little big and a little narrow, but I don't know, I think it represents in the show, what's in the show. Maybe just a tad pushed out like that, but other than that, I think it looks very nice. I know my buddy Lukeness Monster, he will be tagged down below in the description. He is doing a custom clone commando with this Hunter body. and he's just switching out the helmet. So go follow him. He's a great channel, always on top of the news. Great channel. Go follow him. He comes with his trusty backpack, kind of like tactical bag. I don't know what else you'd call this. I know there's probably a word for it, but it's just like a clone backpack, I guess. Looking very nice. A little bit of detail on there. You could always go in and paint some detail because there is sculpt there. So you could always do that. But looking very nice. It's going to be on the back of him. So I know Hasbro they don't put a lot of effort into the back of figures, but it is what it is. We get one blaster pistol, which this comes with, Rex, Bly, Wolf, of course, a couple other, Echo recently, of course. And then we get his vibroblade, and this is looking very, very nice. It's got that nice, techie detail on the blade. It looks very cool. Happy to get all these accessories with him. And then we get the Clone Commando, blaster rifle. I don't know if you'd say it's a rifle or kind of looks like a little submachine gun, but in blaster form. So this is awesome. I know people have said this is too small, but Hasbro does what Hasbro does. So great accessories for Hunter, though. Nonetheless, I'm digging the accessories. So let's take a look at Hunter. All right, and here he is out of the packaging, looking really nice. The face is a little off for me. I think he could look a little bit meaner in the face. That's just how I think of it in the show, and the hair a little bit bigger. But I know the helmet, it's already a little big, I feel like, as it is. So they had to do what they had to do. And I'm not complaining at all. I do not like ragging on figures, I'm just appreciative that we have a Hunter figure from an obscure Bad Batch. The show's not like the normie Star Wars people are not watching the Bad Batch. So to have figures of them, we're getting the whole crew here. So I'm just really, really glad that is the case. So I don't like to rag on figures at all, really. So let's take a look at his articulation and some of the nice details on him. He's got some paint, nice paint apps. These we will talk about as well. Nice weapon storage and a backpack port right there. But yeah, I'm just digging the way this looks. And I might have to copy Lukeness and make a commando out of this body, I might have to. I might not this one particular, but I'd get another one to customize like he did. Again, go follow his channel. It'll be in the description. He's a great channel. 100% recommend following him, subscribing to. I'll link his Instagram. He's got a good Instagram, and I know he just started a TikTok, so go follow him on TikTok too. I'll try to link that in the description as well. So this head sculpt, let's take a look at this. It's a little soft for me, and it's not I think the paint on the left side throws me off, because I think it's a good Temuera Morrison head sculpt, and obviously the hair is different. He's got a headband. I think it just throws me off. If this paint wasn't here, maybe I'd think, oh yeah, that's great, Temuera Morrison head sculpt. But he's got great head movement. Obviously, he can look down. He can bury his chin. He can look up like he's flying almost. He has pretty good tilt. Ever since the new Clone Wars Obi-Wan, the tilt has to that tilt was incredible. So good head movement, though. I'm really happy about that. You can exercise him, of course. And these pads, so we've seen these a couple times. I know in the new Stormtrooper mold, I think they are like this, where they're in between the butterfly joint and the body. So You have to twist the shoulder pad with the arm if you want to do anything like that. But it is nice and flexible, so it gets up, of course, more than 90 degrees. Amazing. That's just amazing. Don't want to leave it up too long or it might warp, but these seem easy enough to heat up and put back down, and it'll be 100% fine. So, of course, like I said, there's butterfly joints in here. Love the butterfly joints, always, always. We get a little more than 90 degrees, just a tad more than 90 degrees on the elbow. And then we, of course, have swivel right there. At the torso, we have nice forward and pretty nice back. And we get some tilt in there. I know some people were saying, too, that, oh, it's too animated looking. The torso's too small. I think this is decent, though. Like, it's like more on the realistic side, but it's a little bit shifted to animated because he is an animated character. I mean, and I think it does justice, just like Rex, which we will compare the two at the end here. And I think they go good together. Like, they could fit in the same, I think that with the Clone Wars wave that just came out too, like, they fit in both. If you wanted just like an animated Clone Wars section, it'd look amazing. But if you want to put him in with your like Revenge of the Sith Anakin or Obi-Wan or I know that's a horrible figure, but like different live action characters, they will fit in, I believe. We will take a look at that and I'll tell my opinion, because that was hesitant to me too. At first I was like, these guys are way too cartoon-like looking. The proportions just look way too cartoon-like for me. But I had to do it. I fell in love with the character, and I'm just accepting it. I think it's better than I thought. Like, it'll look better than I thought it would with realistic live-action characters. So, in the hands here, we get back and forth on this hand, and we get, swivel all around. On this hand, it is the trigger finger hand, which is amazing, up and down. We get very nice details in here as well, just all over. I just am digging the detail. You could obviously paint up these scuffs too more. Like, the sculpt's there if you want to paint it. So, of course, I said we get knife storage right there, which we will put the knife in there, of course. Down to the legs. He does kick out about that far. I mean, you could get it. Yeah, there we go. About that far. Not bad. Not bad for a clone. Of course, you can twist it and get him up about that far, and then, you can do the knee pad all messed up, but of course, this is a running complaint with the new clone body, and this isn't really the new clone body, but it has aspects of it where the knee pad is glued in the wrong place, and I feel like that would be just an easy fix. I mean, just glue it at the bottom instead. Like, I mean, I don't know, but I don't like to rag on figures, of course. It does have swivel right here. His foot goes back, and it goes forward, and it has rocker. Very nice, of course. So, I really like this figure. I do like this figure, and I'm thinking about doing what Lukeness is doing and doing the Commando with it. So we'll see about that. Stay tuned. I'll maybe show it off, but I'm digging this. And I'm really liking the Bad Batch show. Like, I know a lot of people are complaining, saying, oh, we haven't really gotten anywhere with it, but I think we have. I think that it's showing Hunter. Like, Hunter has the most character development in the show, I believe. So, he's, like, showing or, like, deciding what to do, what's good, and, like, what's moral to him. And it's really, like, testing him, I think, with Omega there. And with Wrecker going on. Again, spoilers. Wrecker's, like, about to turn and do Order 66. Like, I don't know who he'd do it on. I think he'd do it on the Bad Batch because they're technically committing treason. So I think he'd turn on them and snap. And I don't know when that's going to happen, but it's going to be super hard. I mean, that dude gets shot like once an episode and just is perfectly fine. Like, dude gets shot once an episode and just walks it off. Like, I don't know. And the chip malfunctioning, he's been getting rocked in the head a bunch. And, like, I knew it. Like, I knew. Oh, I thought he was going to turn this episode, but he, like, shook it off. And I really like the resemblance. For me, it reminds me of, like, the Hulk, like, trying to turn into the Hulk, but he can't. And it was just amazing to me. I loved it. It was awesome. I really like this episode. I know people are, oh, the Martezes are in it. Okay, but they weren't like, hey, we're the Martezes and we know Ahsoka and let's go to Ahsoka and make this about Ahsoka. Like, I kind of want, like, if Ahsoka's in it, I'll be cool, but I don't want it to be all about her. Like, I like what they did in Mandalorian, just one episode, just saw her do some badass shit, and then that was it. So I think I just want it to be Rex instead of Ahsoka. I think Ahsoka can hold off till her own show. I love Ahsoka. I absolutely love Ahsoka. She's one of my favorite characters in Star Wars. But I think she can hold off till her own show and just go more into that show and explore her in that show. But I think the Bad Batch is doing really, really good. I'm loving it. Um, it's just I just really enjoyed this last episode, and I think it drove the story in a place that maybe people weren't like kind of expecting. I mean, we're expecting Rex because he was in the trailer, of course, but we don't know who the Martezes were talking to at the end of the show. So I don't know, just something to think about. I just am really enjoying the show, no matter what. And we haven't seen Crosshair or the Empire in 3 episodes, so I'm curious to see how they're gonna just show up at some point or something, and just wreck stuff. So I think there's 16 episodes in the season, so I'm just really excited. I think it's gonna be amazing. The finale, I think it's gonna be kind of like Clone Wars season 7, where it's an animated show. It's kind of meant for kids. Like, it kind of is meant for kids. They might be 14-year-old kids, but it's meant for those younger audience, I should say. So I think they have to kind of do it slowly and then have like 4 or 6 banger episodes at the end, like they did in season 7. So I just I like the show so far, and I think it's just gonna keep picking up pace. I think this season, or this last episode, really picked the pace up. I mean, Wrecker's he's about to turn. And then I like how Omega's getting her development. Like, she's not even strong enough to pull the bow back. And it's just Hunter's development is crazy. This show has more character development than the whole sequel trilogy. No, I'm not trying to hate on you guys, but I'm just saying my opinion. I think this show has a lot of character development, and it made me go out and get this figure. I was not going to get this figure at all. I was going to pass on the whole Bad Batch waves, or all the characters in it, but I'm falling in love with all the characters. I mean, Tech looks like a badass figure anyway, so I was going to get him, but the rest of them I wasn't even going to get. But I'm really happy we're getting a Wrecker, and I'm super excited for Wrecker to come in the Black Series. I think that figure is going to be so cool. So stay tuned for that review. I haven't pre-ordered, so he'll come eventually. I don't know when he's supposed to come out, but this figure is amazing. I know I went on a little Bad Batch tangent, but I warned you at the beginning, so you fell for it. But I'm really liking this figure, good representation. Let's see how the helmet looks on him, of course. Sometimes I don't do that till I pose them in my videos, but I want to start showing people how the helmet looks going on. And yeah, it's a little big. It's a little big. Obviously, I'm looking at it through the camera, but let's see. It looks okay, like off camera. I feel like my like that. If he was tilted like that, obviously my camera's at an angle, so if he's like that staring straight at you, it looks pretty good. I'm not complaining at all. And in the show, it's kind of big. Plus, bro, if you're wearing a big ass helmet, like, it's gonna be big. If you're skinny, like, I'm a big dude, so like helmets don't look big on me. But like, if you're skinny, you put on a big clone helmet like this, dude, like, it's gonna look big. So I think people hate on it more than they should, because it's like, you wanted real life action figures. I mean, here it is. So I don't know. I really don't like ragging on figures. I mean, I'm really against it. Sometimes I do it, but I really don't like doing it. So I like to appreciate that we get these figures in 6-inch form. I'm just so happy about it. So of course, I'll get him in a pose for you guys as this video is getting a little long, and I'll compare him to some people. Alright, and here is my pose for Hunter, looking absolutely badass. I mean, once you get this guy posed up and with all his gear, he looks absolutely badass. So I'm really happy with this guy. I'm happy with the mold. I'm excited to see how Lukeness's custom comes out, and I might have to do that for myself. So we'll stay tuned for that. And I'm loving this. So might have to get another for that custom. He's really, the articulation's there, the sculpt's there if you want to paint him up more with more scuffs and stuff. Really, really great figure. 100% recommend if you are into the Bad Batch and are loving the episodes like I am. Maybe not your most essential figure, though, if you are not really paying attention to the Bad Batch, or you only collect original or prequel, whatever. So maybe 60% recommend for those people. I don't think it's an essential for most Black Series collectors, but me, I devour anything Star Wars that comes out, so that's just how I am. So I'm loving Hunter here. He's amazing. So let's compare him with some other figures quick. Alright, and here he is next to Captain Rex. Looking amazing together. See, I think he fits in just fine with the realistic adaptations. I think he is a realistic adaptation of what is in the animated show, so they look really good together. So let's look at him and the Elite Squad Trooper from the Bad Batch. Alright, and here he is next to the Elite Squad Trooper, and this looks absolutely amazing. As I said earlier, the Elite Squad Trooper is one of my favorite figures in all of the Black Series. I just can't help it. But this Hunter is looking super badass. Like, he just really does look good. So, super happy about that. I think he's a banger of 2021 so far. So, really, really happy that I got my hands on Hunter. So, that is my review for today. A little long, but I had to talk about the Bad Batch, so I had to do it to you. If you're still here watching, like and subscribe. If you are new, subscribe. Love the support I've been getting on the YouTubes lately, so just love putting out content. I mean, I do this for fun. I don't do it for no views or whatever. I just do it for fun. I'd do this if I had 0 subscribers. I'd keep pumping out videos. I don't care. I just like putting my thoughts out on the internet for some reason. And hopefully you guys enjoy. So I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.